What is up, guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. I hope you guys are having a great week so far. This is my Tuesday talk, my update, kind of just on my fitness journey right now, my life, all those things. But if you bear with me, I have a really important topic I want to talk about after I give you this quick little update. So in terms of my personal life right now, things are actually going a lot better than they were last update. My health is a lot better. I'm no longer dealing with any sicknesses, really. My lifts have been a lot more productive. I really feel like I'm pushing myself in the gym more so than I have been previously. That could be because of the calories, sleep, maybe I'm just less stressed. But overall, my gym performance has been doing a lot better recently, so I'm hoping to keep that up. Another big update is that earlier today, I bought tickets to go home, but not specifically just to go home. I actually got tickets to a Kanye concert or a Ye concert. I know there's a ton of controversies around him, but I don't care about any of that. He is my favorite artist. For music, just he's so influential, and I'm very fortunate that I get to finally see him in concert. I didn't want to let this opportunity waste. This is his first concert back in the United States in a long time, and it's going to be in LA, so I'm definitely going to that. That's going to be a ton of fun, and it's actually only in 3 weeks, so kind of a last minute thing, but I'm very excited for that. But yeah, overall, health is better. My calories are still sitting at about 2,800, around there. Some days I do go a little bit higher, but I'm keeping it very controlled. I'm not like going super excess when I'm hungry or when I'm craving things, even though I'm not in a deficit like I was previously. I'm not letting myself go completely when it comes to eating. But calories are sitting steady at like 2,800. Weight has been pretty steady at about 182 pounds. Overall, just a lot of things are going in the right direction, and I don't want to jinx myself, but right now things are going pretty good in terms of fitness. Now, moving on to the topic I kind of wanted to talk about the most, and it's something I've been thinking about the most recently, is the state of the world right now in terms of where we're headed and where we are right now, but specifically tailored towards the idea of never owning anything. Now, this is something that I don't think a lot of people are realizing in their own lives. They're not thinking about it consciously. They're not thinking about it a lot. But we are in a world where companies and just everything you interact with on a daily basis is trying to make it so you do not own anything. You see it with Netflix, movies, subscription-based services for media, and you don't really think about it. You're like, I don't want to have a million DVDs, so I'm just going to have a Netflix subscription. And that's all right, that's fine, that's good. But then you run into things like storage on your iPhone. Now, nowadays, you're not getting storage on your iPhone. You're not getting storage on your computer or your laptop. No one has a lot of hard storage anymore like they used to on PCs. You are transitioning to cloud-based storage, and you're relying on subscription services in order to keep your memories saved on someone else's storage. And again, that might be something you don't think about. You like the convenience factor of it, but it really is something that is starting to progress into every field. You're starting to see video game companies only sell digital versions of these games, and then you realize that you don't really own the game. Or you're seeing Adobe and their Creator Cloud subscription service, in order to use any of their software, It's all subscription based nowadays. You're not buying the licensing, you're just subscribing to use their product. I've even seen recently there's a desktop company called NZXT, I think it is, where you can subscribe to have a gaming computer. You can subscribe for like $50 a month or $100 a month to have a high-end gaming PC, and you never get to own it. You're just borrowing it from this company, and you don't actually own the computer. So we're entering into a world where no one owns anything, and a lot of people really just think that is okay. And if you're one of those people, then all power to you. But I'm one of those people that when I kind of become aware of a problem like that, I want to try and mitigate it, or I want to try and fix it in some way, shape, or form. Now, you might be asking, Owen, what is kind of causing this thought recently? Because this is not just something that you think of or you start to realize. It's something that typically has to come to you from an experience of some sort or something like that. And I'll show you what this experience is. Recently, I purchased this right here. It is a Nintendo 2DS. This was created in 2012, and I bought a Pokemon game with it right here, Pokemon Y, and it's a game that I used to play in my childhood. I used to have a very similar device when I was younger, and games, I used to play all those Pokemon Nintendo games, and they were a lot of fun. And playing this game recently made me realize that we no longer have that form of enjoyment. We no longer have the simple enjoyment of owning a small little device or just something that is yours, and also owning a game disc that is yours, and having a reliable piece of technology that can actually withstand decades of time. This is something that is 13 years old, even older maybe, and yet it still functions exactly how it was supposed to when it was created. You cannot find that with modern technology. When it comes to your iPhone, your iPad, your laptops, even gaming computers or gaming PCs, it's impossible to find technology that can actually operate like it was supposed to when it was new the same way in 10 years. If you even like cameras are probably the last version of that technology that we are seeing right now, where if you bought a 10-year-old Canon camera or a Sony camera, it would operate very similar to how it was when it was brand new. Other than that, there is not a piece of technology that can withstand that kind of time depreciation. Your iPhone from 10 years ago would be unfunctionable if you tried to use it now as a regular device. Whereas something like this does exactly what it's supposed to, and it doesn't rely on any subscription service. It doesn't rely on any digital platform necessarily in order to function properly. Whereas your iPhone is reliant on constant software updates. It's reliant on the subscription services for the storage of all your photos and all this stuff. And we are just entering into a world where nobody owns anything. And whether you think that's a problem or not is completely up to you, but it's something that I wanted to kind of just share awareness of, because I think far too many people are just waking up every day, signing up for a new subscription service and forgetting about it and moving on with their day. We need to stop subscribing to all these meaningless services that make it so we will never own anything in our entire lives. And if what I just said means anything to you or resonates with you, and maybe you agree with me, then start doing something about it. Start being conscious about each subscription that you have, not just for your financial health, but just your overall well-being. I promise you, I bet you there are subscriptions you are using that you do not need at all, and it's just wasting your money and honestly your energy knowing that you rely on it so heavily. If you have the ability to hold your photos on a hard drive, or if you have the ability to have a desktop computer instead of relying on like the newest laptop every single year or so, then go with that, because in the end of the day, using products that don't rely as heavily on software updates or subscription-based cloud services or all this stuff, AI, whatever, if you start kind of living a life that isn't reliant on so many different things, then I promise you're going to have more peace of mind. And that's something that I don't think people value enough today. It is invaluable having a good peace of mind and actually just being able to exist and not worry about what happens if the cloud storage stopped working, or what happens if I don't have any movies or form of entertainment on constant speed dial. If I don't have any Netflix subscriptions or any of those subscriptions, how am I going to consume content in a longer form and enjoy my life? You need to stop being reliant on Netflix. You need to stop being reliant on iCloud services. It might seem dumb when I talk about it right now, but in 5 years or 10 years, when you can't even drive your car without having to subscribe to some streaming platform, you're gonna realize that 5 years ago or in the present moment, you shouldn't have become so reliant on it. Buy that older car that doesn't need those cloud software updates. Just focus on your life and stop being reliant on these companies, on all these different platforms, because in the end of the day, the reason they're creating this is to make money. Subscription services are only formatted that way to make money in the long term. They want you to constantly need them. They want you to stay subscribed for as long as possible, and stop being reliant on that. Just rely on yourself, entertain yourself, and just take a step back from some of those platforms. I promise you it will make your life a little bit better. If you enjoyed that rant at all, or want to hear more about rants like that, feel free to hit that subscribe button. I think I'm going to end the video here. But remember that this channel is still a fitness channel. I just like talking about some things that I've been thinking about recently. This one, since it was more of a life update, I figured I'd also kind of give you guys an update on what I've been thinking about as just a whole, not so much the fitness related industry. But if you want to tune in for more content like this, as well as more fitness content, because I promise you that's still the point of this channel, is workouts, diet tips, anything like that. If you want to hear more about that, feel free to hit that subscribe button and like this video. This week I plan on making another video here in about 2 days, and that's gonna cover a topic that really relates to the fitness industry that I think more people need to know about, as well as a video over the weekend that is going to be a workout video. So if you want to see how I train and how I have grown all the muscle that I have so far in my fitness journey, feel free to tune in for those future videos. But remember to keep grinding, keep working hard towards your goals every single day, and to make people remember your name. I'll see you guys in the next one.